is the bonacon, a creature that's been in folklore for centuries. Notice the horns, tight curls that turn inward so it can't gore the way a bull would. Instead, it's known for defending itself in less conventional ways.
Summer, which for his kind is the beginning of adulthood. You'll notice the heavier muscle across the chest and shoulders, built for long-distance running and carrying tools. They're omnivorous, though here we supplement with...
This is Argus, our northern cyclops, about 12 feet tall and weighing close to a ton. That eye of his gives him incredible depth perception, but his hearing is actually sharper than his sight. You'll notice the heavy...
Over here we have our Medusa, one of only 2 confirmed in captivity. She's a hybrid between a gorgon and a coastal pit viper, which is why the scales have that bronze tint in the sun. You can see the snakes in her hair.
These are hippocampi, creatures from Mediterranean folklore. From the shoulders forward, they're built like horses, but behind the saddle, they transform into powerful fishtails, perfect for long-distance swimming.
This is the Peritin, part stag, part bird of prey. Look at the wingspan, close to 10 feet when fully opened. The antlers shed like a deer's every other year, but the feathers molt in midsummer. They're most active.
What you're seeing now is their courtship display. The pulses along the tails help them recognize one another in the dark, open waters. Each pattern is unique, a bit like a fingerprint. They can dim the glow when they...
Porphyrios, named from the Greek word porphyra, meaning a deep purple. If you look closely at the light rolling across his back, you can see the dark wine tone that gave him his name. According to the historian...
You'll notice she keeps 5 heads right now. In winter, she averages 4 to 6, depending on how much she's eating. Each head shares the same stomach, but they do argue over food. Wow. If one gets injured, the tissue here can sprout a new one.
This is our oldest male, about 900 pounds. Each head acts independently, but the center one tends to dominate when they're deciding what to do. The collars and chains are forged iron. Ordinary steel doesn't last...
Right now, this is the Anatolian Minotaur, one of only 3 in captivity. He's about 7.5 feet tall, roughly 400 kilos. You can see the horns curve forward, that's typical of males.
Front, you've got the lion, see the head and chest and that short mane. Moving back, the body shifts to goat, and the second head there keeps watch behind. The tail ends in a viper, you'll see the tongue flicking.
This is a female sphinx, about 1,200 years old by our best estimate. Note the wings, those allow short bursts of flight, mainly for pouncing. She's most famous, of course, for the riddles. She invents new...
You're looking at Scylla, a marine predator from Mediterranean legend. This individual spans almost 12 meters from the base of her coils to the tip of the longest neck. Each head operates in...
Looking at is Charybdis, a living whirlpool. She spends most of the day drawing water through that enormous mouth, cycling nearly 20,000 gallons a minute. Those ringed teeth help grind any...
Over on the side, you've got Typhon. He can stretch to about 35 feet when fully uncoiled, but he usually keeps himself wound up like this to stay cool. Those horns on his head are ridged like a ram's and help him regulate heat.
Wow.
This is our adult griffin. You can see the eagle features up front, those hooked talons and that hooked beak, and then the back half is all lion. Wingspan on this one stretches about 16 feet. She can lift herself clear of the ground for short flights.
Disclosure, home to our adult male, standing at just over 15 feet when fully upright. He's the youngest of the 3 and weighs an estimated 2.5 tons. Despite his size, he spends most of...
This is our 6-year-old mare, born right here on the preserve. She stands about 16 hands at the shoulder, and her wings reach nearly 20 feet tip to tip when she opens them fully. Those feathers are hollow and...
This girl's about 9 years old now. That horn grows roughly an inch a year, so you can see it's a little over 8 right now. They're gentle, but they still keep to themselves most of the time, early morning and right before sunset or when she's...